everybody, it's Tarina with Create Retreat. That's me. How are you tonight? Sorry it's a little late, but it's been one of those crazy days. Let me just check in real fast. I hope everybody can hear me. My voice, I've really lost my voice. Hey Tracy. Because of the party weekend we've had, my voice is not what it usually is. I know you too. Hey Jules. Let's see. So, how was everybody's weekend? How was your weekend, Trevor? Trevor's sitting here.
Tired.
He's tired, he says, because he's been partying too much. So, oh, he hasn't. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so it's not St. Patrick's Day anymore, so I had my St. Patrick's Day transfer on here, and so I squirted it down with water and I let it sit because it's been on here for a little while, and I'm going to wipe this off, get rid of this. Julie, I was watching Julie earlier, she kind of beat me to the punch. Let's see, put this right there, use another wipe. I got my, I was gonna do it the other day, and it just, everything was so busy, and then okay, so everybody knows I had my party on Friday that my sister and my best friend and my daughter-in-law planned for me. And, in fact, Julie's on here, and then my other bestest friend from Utah, who I've known for 22 years, showed up to my party, and I didn't even know she was coming. So we set up, I was gonna do a live after the party just to kind of say hey and everything, and I ended up sitting up until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning talking to my friend again, since I didn't know she was coming, so I thought that was really special. So I had all these plans for lives, and it didn't happen because just family and friends. And then yesterday we had the baby shower, and it was fantastic, so fun. Our new grandbaby's not gonna want for nothing. I'm like, why is that so loose? I don't know if anybody knows, if anybody doesn't know this about the Chalk Couture, sorry, not transfers, framed chalkboards, that you can actually change out your porcelain. Chalk Couture actually sells just the porcelain sheets. So if you ever like do a design that you absolutely love, you can actually just change out the porcelain and the porcelain chalkboard, and my little bracket came loose, so I'm just trying to screw that back in. I could probably go get a screwdriver and make it much easier, but I'm not going to. Anyway, so if you didn't know that, that's what the back of them looks like. And you can just pop that out and change out if you ask. But the idea behind Chalk Couture is that you design something, you love it for a little while, and then voila, you change it. So, hello. Hello, Julie. Yes, all the crazy chalk girls are up working. Yes, Tracy, you can. Yes, Nancy, it is my birthday in New York. So we celebrated it on Friday, but actually today is my birthday. And it will be my birthday in California in 45 minutes. Let me throw this away really fast. So I really wanted to do, I want to get ready for Easter because I don't know if you could kind of see, like, I'll move aside, like this is the hot cocoa bar area, and this is the hot cocoa sign. Oh, you can't see it. I have the sign-in chalkboard right here. If you guys didn't see it, I have a couple of these left. These were the polar bear paw cupcakes that we made. They're super cute. These were all for, oh, I have to show you these. Sarah's best friend, my daughter-in-law's best friend, made these cookies. Are they not the cutest things ever? The polar bear cupcakes, or cookies, sorry. She made those, and they are not just cute, they are good. They are so yummy. I probably had way too many of those. Hello, Megan. Thank you, honey. And your senior project was amazing. Young lady, you're so very talented, my dear. You only have 45 minutes left. Oh, yes. Today is Tracy's birthday. Happy birthday, Tracy. So she only has 45 minutes left of her birthday, but she's had a good birthday, too. She has not quite reached my age yet. You're very welcome, sweetie. Hey, Ange. Thanks, everybody, for joining me since it's super late at night on a Sunday. Like I said, it's been just kind of crazy. Crazy birthday weekend. All right. So what am I going to do? I love this. This is the Build a Bunny transfer. Is this not the most adorable thing? I've been wanting this transfer for a while. And, oh, so cute. Gosh, I mean, look at this. There's the bucket. I mean, you can do a lot with this. Spring, Easter, balloon. Oh, look at the little dandelion. How cute. Little flowers. Oh my gosh, I really love this. You could do so much with just this one little transfer. I'm sorry, I'm so like, okay, so when you're building the bunny, each bunny is like numbered. So this is bunny number 1. And then you look on the blocks here, like this is for bunny number 1. So this is like the inside of his little ear. And then like his little cottontail booty, and maybe another color for his tummy. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's upside down. But then you got the same thing over here. So number 2, like this is the inside of his ear. Number 3, you got his little cheek colors, the inside of his ears. 4 for this bunny, same thing. You got the little bottoms of his feet. Really cute. So 3, this goes with number 3. And I don't exactly know what that, I'll have to look on, see what that goes to. But really cute. You've got like bunny number 2 can hold something. I think that's adorable. Number 3, this goes with this guy. Really cute. Maybe it's his bum. I don't know. I'll have to look up what those mean. So anyway, really cute stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Hi, Shanda. How was your shoot? Did you do your cake smash? I want to know if you did your cake smash. And I'm sorry I didn't have that, what you were looking for. I sent you a text. I don't know if you got it. But I didn't have that, the transfer you were looking for. I looked. Anyway, so I'm just so like enthralled and just looking at everything that is this transfer. So I think I know what I want to do. I did have another board, so I'm just going to set this aside. Oh, darn it. I'm so sorry. I think, okay, so I'm going to do bunny number 1. And I actually wanted to do bunny, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but just because of the size of the board. So the size of the board that I'm using is 9 by 12, and this is a Verity chalkboard. All of the frame chalkboards that Chalk Couture have are just so cute and so pretty, and love everything about them. All right, so let's see. And then when you're layering, it's always good to have a blow dryer available. I use a heat gun. A lot of people know that I use my heat gun because you want to make sure that your chalk paste is dry underneath before you move on to the next part of your transfer. Set that aside. I love these. I love the clouds. So cute. And then I want to do the carrots coming out of the bucket. So I'm going to pull those out. I've really been, I've been wanting this one. I was so happy to get it back in stock. So tell me, everybody, what did you guys do for this weekend? Anything fun and exciting? Well, I can't wait. Angie, you are so funny. It's kind of therapeutic. I'm just saying, because I watch other people. I watch a lot of my team members, and it's very therapeutic watching other people craft. And I'm telling you, I love it. Let's see. Oh, you froze. Okay, so Tracy's birthday's today, and they went camping for her birthday. And I thought that was fun, but she froze her tushy off. So, okay, I have to tell you, so like I said, we had a birthday party, and I'm not, I just thought, okay, we're just going to mingle and just talk and music play. It's so funny because my family, I don't really have particularly favorite music. I like a lot of music, and it was just really cute because they were asking me things, and I'm like, I don't know. So they played things, and
they were music Rush.
Yeah, they played a lot of Rush. Apparently I like Rush a lot, and I do. I've been to a few Rush concerts, and if you don't know who Rush is, they're the most famous Canadian band. And anyway, I've liked them since I was in high school, and anyway, I just thought that was cute that there's a lot of Rush playing. But other than that, there's a mixture of other stuff, and I just thought that was super fun. But it wasn't like dancing, and it was just a lot of mingling, and it was really nice because there was a lot of people I really cared about all in one location, and I think that was the best part. That I just went kind of from one table to another and just kind of talked to people. And another thing that was really cool was that people from different parts of my life were there, and they were talking to other people and getting to know people that they didn't know each other, but I knew each individual group. And there are people that I've known since I was in elementary school and high school, and just all different types. You know what? And that's exactly, Nancy, that is exactly it. When my sister talked about having a party for me, I'm like, oh. But what was really cool about it was the fact that people I care about were all in one location. 2 of my boys couldn't be there, and I was sad, but I understood because, they're adults and they have adult lives, and it's hard, it's hard to make arrangements all the time to be places. And so the boys, it was really kind of funny because my sister and my daughter-in-law made assignments for them, and it was really kind of funny because they're really short and sweet messages, and I'm like, but they're my boys, you know, because we talk all the time, so I know how they feel, and but it was just really cute that they made little videos. But then after, you know, before that, I got a really cool surprise from my team, and my team members, like a lot of them, either made a video message or like Tracy, who's on here, she made a video message, and a lot of my team members made video messages, and they put it all in one like collaborative video for me, and it was very heartwarming, and that was like so awesome to me that even though they couldn't be there, they were sending me messages. So I just thought that was really cool. And of course, I'm a big boo baby, so I was crying because, you know, that's me. Anyway, and my son laughs because he knows it's true. All right, so I'm fuzzing, and somebody made a comment. Even they were on my team, brand new member of my team, and she goes, "I didn't understand what fuzzing meant." And so I guess I just take for granted that people know what it means because I do it all the time. So when you're fuzzing a brand new transfer, you're putting it down on like a towel. I try not to use super linty towels, but it basically, you put the transfer sticky side down on the towel or your tummy or your shirt or whatever you want to do. It just kind of takes a little bit of the sticky away, and then it helps so it doesn't stick too much to your project, and it won't stretch when you're taking it back up. Oh, Tracy said hi, Trevor.
Hi.
And yes, and that, you know, I think that was the best part. It's like, how can you get everybody there? You really can't, except the way you guys did it. And I just thought that was just perfect. And my friend Renee and me, two of my friends, Renee and me, and I have a lot of friends that are on my team, and I just love that. And actually, they've become my friends because of Chalk Couture, and some of them were my friends before, and then joined Chalk Couture with me, and I love that too. But it was just really neat that I got that. It was a great present from them, and I just really appreciated that so much. So anyway, okay, so this has been fuzzed, and the transfer, again, maybe I'll kind of go back, and for people who don't really know, transfers are silk screens, like the silk screen that would, well, this is embroidered, but a silk screen that would make a shirt or something like that. It's a silk screen, and it has this stuff called emulsion. The only reason I know this is my kids used to own a transfer, or, hey Jenny, they used to own a screen printing company, and they made t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that, and so that's the only reason I know what it's called. So the emulsion allows different parts of the emulsion to create really real depth in your image. So it's not just real flat, which stencils tend to be a little more flat. This gives you so much dimension. So when you're putting down your silk screen, you want to make sure that there's no bubbles in it. So I'm just laying this down. Trevor, he was at a kendama thing, and if you've not seen what a kendama is, he's my kendama master. It's a Japanese skill toy. I got it. Mom's got it. Where is my thing? I had to put a lot of stuff. I don't know where my angled squeegee is. So I'm using my 4-inch squeegee just to make sure I have no bubbles. I'm not really like manhandling and push too hard. It literally is just trying to push any bubbles. It really was pretty flat when I checked it, so that's nice. I want to pull out the colors that I'm going to be using. My little bunny guy, I'm going to have him white because I like a white bunny, and then I'm going to use Peachy, I think, for his ears and tummy. And that's this. There we go. And then I'm going to do maybe pumpkin or orange. Do I have orange? I do have orange. I think I'm going to use orange for the carrots. And then, what else do I get? What else you got? Let's see. I think I want to do lime. I love lime. Where's lime? Where's my lime? Lime. Got some lime. What color do I want my bucket? Julie did hers in Caribbean, I think, or Tiffany blue. Do I want to do another color? I think I just want to go gray with my bucket. And then maybe a sand colored handle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Tracy said someday we're gonna have to do a live and have Trevor sing for us. No. That would be awesome. Although when everybody was singing happy birthday to me, he had the microphone and that was really nice. Because I actually got to hear my child sing, which was very nice. No.
He'll attempt to with his shot voice right now.
Well, he thinks it's shot. You know what? I
can barely sing an octave and a half.
Okay. Anyway.
Shot. It's still shot. He's been sick.
He's been sick, and so he says his voice is shot. All right. So when you good night, sweetie. I've been really good about, before I shut my my chalk paste up, I do squirt a little bit of water in there, like my husband suggested. So I'm just going to squirt one little squirt in there, because you want it about the consistency of yogurt. It's much easier to spread that way. All right, and then I'm going to make the little handle right here. I'm going to attempt to make the little handle right there sand colored. That's a little thick. After you do this a while, you kind of get the, when you look at things, you're like, oh yeah, that's going to be thick, or kind of already know. And I think, and it's not ruining, the paste isn't ruined because it's thick, it's just because it gets open to the air. The shelf life for chalk paste is about a year unopened and 6 months once you open it. And it doesn't take a lot to reconstitute or bring it to the consistency you want. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a nice consistency right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is and then my squeegees, I use the small squeegee and then I cut them up. And it depends on what I'm doing as to how small I'm gonna cut them up. I generally will take a small squeegee that comes in about this size and then just cut them in half and use the halves. Sometimes I need a little smaller than that, and so I'll cut them in fourths, and I use these for really tight, small spots. Hold on, come here for a sec, Lowe's. Okay, so one of my boys, and a lot of you ladies don't know him, this is Logan, and he is home. Oh, say hi to Angie, Mrs. Crookshank.
Hi, how are you?
Remember Angie?
Yeah, I do remember.
Oh,
Angie.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's not so little anymore. Anyway, so this is Logan, and he lives in Kansas where he goes to school, and he'll be graduating in May. And he's just home for spring break. He came home for a couple days earlier so he could be at my party. So anyway, we're going to talk? No.
No. I'm good. I'm going to do some homework.
He says he's going to do some homework. He's been on the phone with all his friends who just happen to be females. but he's a physical therapy major, and Tracy said hi.
Hi, Tracy.
Angie said hi, not so little. Nope, not so little. And Nancy, my friend Nancy in New York, says hi, Logan.
Hello.
Anyway, so he's doing some research project on, I don't know, how to help people when they're injured. Anyway. Okay, Angie, to answer your question, honestly, I've had a few chalk pastes open long. I mean, if you take good care of anything, they're fine. They just say they're guaranteed up to 6 months once they're open. It just tends to dry out more, but honestly, as long as you take really good care of it, I don't seem to ever have an issue. So, let's see. Oh, so Tracy said when you become a PT, she'll do your billing for you.
Oh, perfect.
That's what she's graduating in.
Oh, really?
Right now, yeah.
Nice.
I know.
It's fun with me.
Okay. He's like, okay, because that's not his strong suit.
No. Numbers, money, no.
Numbers and money, not his good part. He's just like, somebody do it for me. So, okay, so I'm just going to take, this is the elephant gray, and you just smooth it on. I'm going to try to do this handle another color, so I'm just going to try to go around all of that and just smooth it on. We'll see if this will work. If not, everything is going to be gray. I guess I could always come back and do a second coat with the sand over the gray if I had to. All right. So I'm just trying to get into all the little nooks and crannies. As best I can. There we go. I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good. So basically I'm gonna wipe off any excess. Try not to get any lines because this is such a big screen. I don't want a bunch of lines. I just put the excess back into the container. I'm going to use my little spatula and see if this will work because this is such a small area. See if this will work. And I'm just kind of getting in there with the handle. I also have those, again, everything has kind of been moved in my area that I work with. I don't know where my tools went. I had them in a little box. Anyway, all right, so I'm just going to lift up the transfer. Try not to stretch. Pull up evenly. Shoot. Okay, so I didn't go too fast. I'm going to come right back down. There we go. Sometimes if it dries, it's a little dry in here tonight. Oh, that's cute. Okay, right there. Come back and just kind of rub it down if it pulls up a little bit. This is why I try not to go too fast when I pull things up. Sometimes it's in the design of the transfer. Sometimes it's not. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's really cute. I'm gonna put the lid back on so it doesn't dry out. Well, I'm sure Cody's just as big. They're all big. They're all these grown men. That's the crazy part. They aren't my little soccer players anymore. Where I was tall. I'm not so tall anymore. Tracy said, you have an amazing mom. Well, thank you, Tracy. And yeah, Angie, you can go over it with a little bit darker, but sometimes I just want to get it done in one fell swoop, and it did. Worked. See? It's cute. See, Logan?
Looks so good.
He's so excited. I'm excited. And this is my heat gun, and I'm just going to use my heat gun and dry this off real fast. All right, so another little trick, just something I do, is because this is still, it's not damp, but, and I've said this before, if you just used this transfer and I just heated up the whole thing, drying it, it's still susceptible to be pulled up because the surface is warm and the chalk paste probably isn't adhered yet. So anytime that I'm going to put the transfer where the emulsion is going to overlap anything else right away, I'm going to cover it up. If it's not necessary to what I'm working on, I'm going to cover up the area that I'm going to overlap with the white backer, and it's a shiny side up. So I'm going to do my little bunny guy. I really wanted to use like an egg or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do this. See if it'll work. Is he tall enough? Maybe I want a carrot. Maybe I want him on a carrot. Should we do that? Where's the other thing? Have him kind of standing on a carrot. Since I'm going to have carrots in the bucket, have him standing on a carrot outside the bucket. Oh, so I was telling you about the party on Friday, and I think that would be cute. That would be really cute. So we had a photo booth, and that was fun. I do have a photo booth that I do for different parties and weddings and things like that. And so we had that set up, and that was a lot of fun. I'm just going to squirt some water in here, stir this up, and this is just orange. So Angie, just so you kind of have an idea, I probably had this orange for about 3 months, and it didn't take much to make it. I mean, it's still really moist and pliable, and it was a little hard, but not really, and just a couple squirts of water, stirring it for a few seconds, and it's already the consistency of yogurt. And that's the consistency I like to work with. It's not too thick, not too thin. So I need to figure out where this is going to sit. Oops. I want his little feet like. Maybe I do want an egg under him because he's got a lot of space. Sorry, you're in the creative process. Anytime I start creating from scratch, it's the creative process. There was no alcohol involved, Nancy, absolutely none. Lots of sugar, however. I know you saw the cake my sister had made, and that was a lot of sugar, and it was so, so yummy. And then there was chocolate-covered strawberries, and what else? Oh, macaroons, pink macaroons. They were just amazing. What else? What else was there? And then there was, I don't even know what to call it, because there was meats and cheeses and crackers and fruits, and not really food, not like a sit-down dinner, but it was just a fun food kind of thing, and it was really yummy. All right, so I want to use, I think, I'm trying not to cut this transfer yet. So I'm going to put this on top of here. Oh yeah, it was, that cake was off the charts. It really was. I was like impressed. See, and you know, it tasted really good too. That was the cool part. Is sometimes, okay, because I shoot a lot of weddings, I'm always trying, you know, the cakes, just because I want to be able to find really good cake people, and sometimes they're really pretty and they taste horrible, and then you find those ones that are both pretty and tasty, and that was the cake that my sister had made. It was pretty good. Did you have some?
No.
You didn't have any? Oh, there's some right there.
Because I was eating.
The other stuff?
Yeah, I was eating the deli stuff.
Oh, okay. So Trevor did not have cake.
Deli
He had the meats and cheeses and stuff like that. Oh, and I don't love fondant. I know that's how it was decorated, was with fondant, but it was really nice that you could just kind of peel that off and not have it. So it still looked beautiful, and it still tasted good. So she had a whipped cream frosting. I generally like a buttercream frosting, and that's okay because the whipped cream frosting still was really good. It wasn't. Sometimes you get whipped cream that's kind of lardy tasting, like yucky tasting. and it was not at all. She made a, because I like lemon and raspberry. Those are my two favorites, and I like them together especially. So they had raspberry lemonade there, and then they also had, she made a raspberry filling for the lemon cake in the center, and it was so good. It was really good. All right, so I'm going to try to attempt to do this without taking off the entire transfer. Again, attempt is the word, because I'm not ready to cut it yet, and I will. I'm just not sure how I'm going to cut it yet. So I'm going to use this bottom one, and this is the Happy Easter transfer. I'm just going to use the bottom. Yes, they definitely did spoil me. So I was very grateful for everything everybody did, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing ever. We were talking about like when the last time, you know, we had birthday parties, and I think I told everybody I was like 14 or 15 or something like that. And it was when my sister and I tried to, I think I told this story the other night. We tried to plan each other's surprise party, and then we couldn't keep a secret, and we told each other the surprise, and my mom canceled our surprise parties. So that was, I think, the last time I actually had a party. Okay, so I'm picking this one down here. I'm just going to smooth this on. It's the one that has the flowers. Super cute. And the way I'm going to clean this one, because I don't want to get the whole transfer wet, is I'm just going to use the Clorox wipes. This is gonna be cute, really cute. Okay, and all you do is if you don't have the access to water and you need to wash your transfer off in a pinch, you can always. This is just something I've done. I laid the transfer on a wipe. And then wipe it with a wipe. And then I'm just going to fold this back onto my transfer. Ta-da! And it's nice and clean. Just like that. I will eventually cut that one up when I'm ready to use it. My phone's going to die. Yes, I felt very spoiled. I'm going to just heat this up really fast. So now I'm going to do my bunny. Oh yeah, that's much better. I like that. I'm just using these little backer sheets with the shiny side up, just so that my transfer doesn't pull up the color underneath. Oh, shoot. Sometimes I think it takes longer to place your transfer than it does to do the transfer. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm just going to do him in white. Another thing about when you're doing multiple layered transfers, if you've got different areas, I know there's some people that have issues doing some layers and they pull up real easy because I think one, they're not letting their transfer dry enough. So if you're having that issue, I like to either let it sit a while or work on different areas. So, you know, I work over here on the bucket, now I'm working on the bunny. And then I'm going to go over to the bucket and then I'll come back to the bunny. And then I'll finish with the bucket. Another thing too, it doesn't matter how much you use. I mean, I try not to use the whole container of chalk paste, but I just kind of use a lot so that I'm not having to go back and forth and back and forth. Because if you do that, it's going to dry out faster the longer you take to do it. So you can always, when you pull it off, put any excess right back into your jar. So you save a lot of chalk paste that way. And I'm going to pull this up. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. These little bunnies are just adorable. Look at how cute that is. Okay. Sorry, I had to charge my phone just a little bit so I can read the comments. Yay, it's officially my birthday. Happy birthday me, yay! Thank you. Oh, thank you, Donna, but yes, today is my birthday. It's my birthday right now. I was born in the afternoon at a hospital that no longer exists. And I was born in California. Probably about 70 miles from here, from where I live right now. All right, so I'm just going to hit him with the heater real fast. Another thing that you could do if you wanted to make these multiple color, like the eggs, I can come back and actually fill in those flowers with like a paintbrush or painting tool or something. Just a thought. I also have these adorable, this is spring words right here, and would be really cute with the Build-A-Bunny. Like do Happy Easter or something above that. That would be cute. I think I'm going to do that. Sorry. Oh, okay. Purple's done. There we go. So we're going to do orange. Good night, buddy.
What time are we going on?
We're going to leave here probably about 6:30 a.m. a.m.
So what time do I need to be up then?
You need to be up however early you need to be up to leave at 6:30 a.m. My kids don't believe me. I don't need a ton of sleep. Okay, and again, this little emulsion area overlaps my little bunny, so I want to make sure that I have it covered up with the shiny side of the backer. Just make sure there's no bubbles. And I'm going to use my orange. And I'm just going to go real fast. I'm not going back over too many times. I'm just wiping it on, wiping it off. Cute. Thank you, everybody. The bunny is standing on. I took an egg from this transfer and I just laid it down at the bottom, and he's standing up on an Easter egg. Cute. I think it's so cute. What's really, Julie, my friend Julie was doing a live earlier tonight, and she said something that was really interesting. And I know I've said this before, but you know, people are like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? So amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, it takes a lot of talent. It really doesn't take a lot to do. Thank you, Tracy. Doesn't take a lot of talent. It literally, you just kind of arrange things. Chalk Couture has kind of done the hard work for us already. They've made these incredible little transfers that we just arrange. They're very detailed, and we just use the colors that we pick. They have incredible colors for us to choose from. I think there's 35 chalk paste colors right now. I'm going to get these ready. So I'm going to have white and peachy. Sorry, my allergies. This time of night, my allergy medicine's all worn off. And I try not to spray over my project. I just try to spray it off to the side, because if you get water on your project, you're reconstituting the chalk paste, and you don't want to do that. Just a few squirts of water, it brings it right to the right consistency. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this little overlapping transfer. So what's really neat is that it's already got like all this set up. So all I have to do is lay this transfer over the bunny butt, and everything is already kind of lined up for you. You just line it up. Oh shoot, come on. One more time. Go. All right, so I'm going to start with the peachy first and just wipe it over. I didn't smooth anything out with a squeegee or anything, because I don't want to push too hard over any of the overlapping. I've given it a lot of time to dry. Okay. I'm going to do his little tail. And I'm not messing around, I'm just going to wipe it on and wipe it off. Every time. So cute. Just want to wipe off a little tiny on his tummy. It's just one little tiny line I want to wipe off. Just a little bit. Kind of blend it a little more. There we go. Oh, so cute. Oh, and his little tushy, so cute. Oh my goodness. How cute that is. That's really adorable. So, and like I'll show you what I was talking about. So I have this little Swisper. It's like a Q-tip with a pointy end, and I was going to show you what I was talking about. You can actually take and paint with the pointy end, like the flowers. And again, this will give me some time that my carrots will dry. Use the peachy, or whatever color you want. The only thing with those, they do tend to get a little mushy fast. Oh, you know what? Here it is. I remembered where I put it. I had my little thing. This is a sculpting tool that I had. See the sculpting tool. You can see it has like a pointy tip on it. Kind of like a paintbrush almost. I can fill in the little flowers. Whatever works for you, really. I mean, like I said, I use these things that help me. But if you have something else that works for you the best, then you use that. So I won't waste your time watching me fill in flowers. But I'll just show you. I did 3 of them. Let me move these. I'll come back and finish this before I show a finished project. But you can see how I filled those flowers in, just like that. So I'll come back and finish those and I'll show you what they look like. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take these tops. And I just line up, just kind of line it up so you don't see any orange underneath. And I'm just going to slip this under him right here. There we go. Again, just using my finger. I'm using lime. Stirring it up. Sorry, my phone is yeah, I really like, you know, with the lining stuff up, just do your best. They do a really good job about lining them up. Not always perfect, but pretty good. I think I want a bigger piece. There we go. So again, I'm just spread it on like buttering a piece of bread. And then wiping it off. I'm not going to go over it too many times because I don't want it to dry out. And then I'm going to peel it right up. This is why I really was so excited about this transfer. Because honestly, I couldn't have drawn this cute. Look how adorable. My gosh. Good night, Tracy. I know, it's kind of late for everybody, so you're going to have to catch it on the replay. It's just I had so much, my grandson was over here tonight, and my daughter-in-law. So we went on kind of late. All right. Just a few more things and then I will be done. I want to add the Happy Easter. let's see, Happy Easter. Do I want some clouds? What do I want to do? Ooh, I think that would be cute. Let's do that, shall we? Let's add a little happy cloud. Like my happy flowers. This is a nice big cloud too, so cute. I don't have a sunshine. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, I've watched Barney too many times. Yeah, that'll be cute. So again, you can fuzz anywhere. You can fuzz on your tummy. I have my apron's pretty clean and lint free, but it just takes away some of the sticky. And again, this is a nice big screen, so I want to make sure there's no bubbles. And if you see any bubbles, I mean, I can feel this, and it's pretty flat. Especially with a big one like that, you don't want any bubbles. I already mixed this one up, so it's still good to go. You just don't want to make, you want to make sure there's no lines. Pull this up. Nice and even so I don't stretch it. So cute. Hey Joe. And yes, Nancy, she got so many fun things. Her grandma made the baby a blanket. It was so beautiful. And if Mia watches this, she loved the blanket and everything. It was just, and the burp claws are so, I mean, so incredible. And she got lots of cute little outfits for the baby. And Friedrich was not forgotten. He got... I like the fact that people don't forget the big brother. That was really cute. He got lots of big brother shirts, and the baby got a lot of little brother shirts. I thought that was just really cute. Lots of cute outfits. I mean, he's going to be born in the summertime, so it's going to be nice and warm in the summertime. Some books. Her aunt is an English teacher, and so got her some really cute books for the baby. And I just thought that was just, I mean, we probably had about 30 people here, and it was a nice turnout. You know, she's not here. She's got lots of friends. She grew up here, so lots of friends in California. Oh, there it goes. So that was a lot of fun. And thanks again, Joe. I appreciate that. So yeah, it was just a really great weekend. Lots to do in one weekend, let me tell you. But I'm grateful that we could get it done. And I didn't plan my party, so I didn't have anything to do. I don't really want to put it down because it's hot. I just don't want to pull that up. Maybe I'll come back and do the bunny tail. So I'm assuming this goes on top of the bunny tail. So I'll just do this in gray while we're waiting for it to cool down. It's just a cute detail. I don't know that I would have. I don't know that I would have thought of that. That's really cute. It just kind of gives the bunny butt, you know, fluffy tail, kind of like a little bit of detail. It's really cute. All right. I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to set this down. And I'm going to do this in peachy again. I'm just kind of, I don't want too many colors. I'm not going overboard in the colors on this. I just don't want it to be super distracting. So, just going to use the peachy, which is kind of a pink. And just make sure you get everything, all of the transfer screen, make sure you get all that covered. Okay, so right there, it did not cover. So I'm going to come back over real fast. Where I had it overlapped, it didn't go through. So I'm just going to kind of hit that one apart again. And it could be just that it didn't dry. All right. Another trick is to wet down your finger. I'm all full of sorts of tricks here. Get that a little bit wet. There we go. I got it. There we go. That worked. I'm going to take a Swisper again. I'm just going to clean up that H real fast. I like these little things because they literally just are close to being like a paintbrush. So much better. Better than the Q-tips, like a Q-tip and paintbrush combined. Awesome. And then the other end's like flat. And I like that too. A little bit bigger area. Voila! So there we go. I think it turned out super cute. What do you think? I think I like it. All right, let me grab my phone. It's charged a little bit. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. Yay, thanks for the hearts, girls. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Jules. So, I wish I could find a little sun. Maybe I just need a little sun like right here. I think that would be cute, just to kind of set it off right there. I'll think of something. But for now, I'm just going to let you guys go. I know, right, Ange? It's super cute. It really is. So, I'll show you one more time. So, I'll tell you what I got everything from. I got this one from the Spring Words transfer. I got this, all this stuff from the Build-A-Bunny transfer. And I got this one from the Happy Easter Hippity Hoppity transfer. And those, you can get those on the website. This is a Verity chalkboard. This is a 9x12 chalkboard, just so you know what size it is. How fun and easy. I'm being Vanna right now. Look at that. So, thank you. Good night, Nancy. Good night, everybody. So, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them. If you're not already part of my VIP group, make sure you join. I'm going to post some specials this week just for VIPs. If you're a designer, you get everything at wholesale. You don't need it. You don't need to be in there. So just make sure you put me in your VIP group, and I'll give you a link. Okay. Thank you so much, Donna. Again, if you love this, make sure you go check out the website, and I'll post that too. Well, I guess I pinned it to the top of this post so you can see it. If you have any questions, give me a call or give me a message, and I'll be sure to answer them. And I'm gonna have some fun with my family, so I'm gonna try to go. I am gonna try to go live tomorrow night and see maybe if my grandson will play with me. So I don't know. We'll see, because he likes to chalk. He really does. He's pretty artsy when it comes to that. So anyway, all right, ladies. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. This has been Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me. And you have a great night. Good night. And thanks for the birthday wishes. Thank you.